HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as MapFree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of HCAM News. I'm HCAM News Director Tom Appy, here to fill you in with what's happening in Hopkinton. On today's edition of HCAM News, we look at some of the Hiller fall sports teams, plus much more. So sit back, relax, and enjoy a look at the upcoming Hiller fall season. Last year, Hopkinton Hillers boys varsity soccer had an incredible season, finishing regular season play with 12 wins, 2 losses, and 4 ties. The Hillers captured the 8th seed in the Division II state tournament and went on to take down 25th-seeded Duxbury, 24th-seeded North Attleboro, and 1st-seeded Bedford on the road to advance to the Division II state semifinals versus 5th-seeded Wakefield. After an incredible back-and-forth match and a couple of overtime periods, the game was forced into a shootout where the Hillers fell just short. Hopkinton ended their incredible season with 15 wins, 3 losses, and 4 ties. The Hillers are substantially younger this year after losing several seniors to graduation, but have a bunch of strong, up-and-coming talent, and this year's captains are optimistic.
My name's Zach Boschman, and I play midfield and forward.
My name's Owen Champlin, and I play defender.
My name's Timofey Zakharov, and I play midfield.
My name's Jack Graziano, and I play midfield. The team's looking really good. We got a lot of really talented players. Right now, it's just like figuring out where we're all going to play, what formation we're going to use, but practice has been good, high intensity. Can't complain.
So do you have any personal goals or team goals you want to accomplish this season?
I know as a team, we want to do really well. We want to win the TVL again and have another good run in the playoffs.
Great. So I've been actually watching from the sideline for a lot of it, but I've noticed that we had a lot of progression from Algonquin to Framingham. So I think the team is looking really good. We have a really young team, but I think we have a lot of talent.
Battling on an injury?
Yes, I sprained my ankle.
Okay. You gonna be back for the opener?
No, not the opener, but I think the game's next week. I'll be okay.
Excellent. Do you have any goals, personal goals or team goals you want to accomplish this year?
Yeah, as everyone says, to win the TVL and to make a good run in the playoffs. It was really fun last year.
I'm feeling great for this season. You know, I'm really excited. I think that the team's looking great. Lots of progression already. The pieces are starting to click together. I got high hopes for this year.
All right, and what are your personal and team goals this year?
As I said, you know, I'd love to win the TVL, make another deep run in the playoffs. You know, take it one game at a time, not get too ahead of ourselves. Yeah.
The team mostly working right now is where people play, like they said before. But I think we'll only keep getting better throughout the season, especially because we play a different formation than most of the kids here play in club. So as they adapt to that, the team just keeps getting better.
All right, you got any goals this season?
I would love to win the TVL again, and hopefully we can make it deep and maybe win the championship.
All right, I'm going to have you all answer this one. Is there an opponent that you're most looking forward to playing this season?
Holliston and Ashland both, honestly. They're always good rivals, good teams to play against.
I'm excited to play Dover Sherborne because a lot of my club teammates are on that team, and I think they're going to be a really good matchup for us.
Head coach Garrett Sawyer enters his 21st season as Hiller head coach and is excited about this season's group.
Yeah, we've had a good couple of weeks. Got some good scrimmages against tough competition. We have a lot of new guys on the team this year, a lot of young players that haven't been on varsity before. And so they are starting to acclimate to the level of play at the varsity level. and we've made a lot of progress, and we're looking forward to starting to put it on the field with games this week.
And what are some of the things you've been working on in these early practices?
I just think the big thing is getting used to playing together as a group because there's so many new players. Certainly speed of play, technical ability. I think those have been a big focus, and some tactics as well.
All right, and you got any goals you'd like to see this team accomplish this season?
No, I just think every year I think it's the same, that we have a really positive team culture and we maximize our potential. Because we have so many new players this year, it's hard to tell where we might end up. But if we get a sense that we're playing well together, we're playing hard, we're playing together as a team every time we step on the field, and we'll see how the results turn out.
And if I recall correctly, I believe a lot of these guys are in JV together, and they're a very strong group last year. So since they already played together, it must be a little bit easier of a transition, even though there are a lot of new faces on the roster.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a totally new mix, and I think because the varsity speed of play and physicality is so different that I think it's been eye-opening for a few of the players the last couple of weeks. The kinds of things they might be able to get away with the ball at their feet at the JV level or wherever they're playing year-round. You can't do that anymore. So there's been a lot of that adjustment.
And it looks like you got some good leadership this year. Can you tell us about your captains?
Yeah, all of them have kind of been through the system for a couple of years. They know what our expectations are in terms of character, commitment, the team culture, the work ethic at practice, respecting each other, respecting our opponents. They know those values. They've lived through the process, so I have no doubt they're going to be able to kind of pass that positive culture onto this next group of kids that are coming in.
The Hillers open their season on September 3rd in Norwood and have their first home game on Thursday, September 5th versus Dedham. Both games are at 4:30 p.m. Last year, both Hiller boys and girls cross country won the TVL Large title. The boys team finished 5-0 during the regular season. The girls finished 4-1, and both the boys and girls teams won the All-TVL meet to cap off the regular season. This season, a number of great athletes are back, and the Hillers are looking for a repeat. Boys head coach Laura McKenzie and girls head coach Jean Gann have the teams training together to get ready for this season's meets.
Yeah, I like the team this year. The team's looking really strong. Got a lot of young kids on the team. Good future for the team. A lot of young talent. And I guess we're looking to accomplish another undefeated season, another win at TVLs. We've won it the last 4 of the 5 years, I think. So we're looking to win again.
I think Steven wrapped it up pretty well, but I just want to have everyone be a good community. We're going to have a good atmosphere and have a fun time while we do well, hopefully.
All right, is there any meet that you're particularly looking forward to? Any opponent?
Maybe Ashland. Definitely always put up some good competition. And Westwood, they put up some good competition, but definitely the TVL meet, definitely one to look forward to. Everyone, it's always a good meet.
All right, and what are some of the things that you work on in these early practices to get ready for the season?
Definitely just getting some good quality long runs in, building up like a nice base and getting some good long runs in that you can't do later in the season that will burn you out. So getting to know everyone, all the new athletes, all the good freshmen, getting to just meet everyone, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, just get to know everyone. You put a lot of miles in the first few weeks just to kind of set a base and, be ready for the season and prepare to do well.
And how are the new guys on the team looking?
They're looking very good this year. They definitely put their summer training in, which is always good to see. I think they're going to be good. They're going to have a good high school career.
Good. I think we have a good team so far, and I think we have a lot of potential, especially in the younger grades, and we have a good group of girls this year.
Yeah. I I mean, I think we're really good at running in a pack this year, especially like during the workouts. And the returning varsity is pretty good too.
We also had a bunch of girls that did mid-distance and track come and join the team this year who hadn't done cross-country before, maybe came over from some other sports. So having some other girls that already have mileage under their belt, I think will be very helpful for this season.
Excellent. And what are some of the things that you're working on in these early practices to get ready for the season?
I think right now we're working on getting our mileage up because we're so early in the season. Our season goes to like Thanksgiving time that right now we're just base building, and then slowly but surely we'll do more and more speed work. So by the end of our seasons, we'll have better kicks at the end of our races. But right now it's mostly like base building and getting to a place where like some people on the team can't run 3 miles yet. So we're getting to the point where everyone is able to do that.
Talk about the new girls on the team this year. How are they looking?
Oh, they're looking great. I mean, I feel like this year we have a really good group of girls, not just like speed-wise, but also just personality-wise. I mean, everyone's so friendly. It's really great to be able to run with a bunch of different people every day, which is something you don't really get in sprinting and track, which I really enjoy.
Is there any specific opponent or meet that you're most looking forward to this year?
I think that all of our seniors are most looking forward to our senior meet. It's one of our favorite meets for everyone because it's just a fun celebration. But I think that the meet that we're most looking forward to is probably Holliston, just because they're our biggest competitor. So it's just a good test of how well we're doing, and it's our hardest competition in the league.
And do you have any personal or team goals you'd like to accomplish? You all can answer this one.
I think seeing how close we can come to Holliston, elaborating on what Avery just said, because last year we only lost to them by 1 point, and for people that don't know a lot about cross country, 1 point is never seen before. Usually scores are 10 to 15 points, so the 1 point, and then we lost to them at 2 at TVLs, which is even greater because usually at big meets like a league meet, it can be somewhere between 20 and 30 points between opponents. So just seeing after they lost their top runner, who's now running in college, seeing what we can do against them will be definitely very interesting.
Yeah. I'd say Holliston is definitely a big one, and then I think really just getting to know everyone on the team is something I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, I think I would just say our team, the cross country team really likes to be a big community. So I think just one of our biggest goals is making sure everyone is included and we can all lean on each other for things.
It's the teams are looking great. We have some great senior leadership. The girls are very senior heavy. The boys have a good mix of everything. We also have some very strong freshmen on both sides. So it's looking like a promising year for both. The weather's been pretty cooperated very well last week. It was beautiful. It was the coolest first week we've ever had, I think. Yeah. And then this week we've had a few. The threat of thunder on Monday pushed us back, and then today's a little tricky, and yesterday was a little humid, but it's nothing we're not used to. So, yeah.
Yeah, I would say probably our smoothest first week or so of the last few years for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The kids came in, trained really well. I think that's most of the work for cross country is done over the summer, so they've come in with a lot of miles under their belt and they're ready to go.
Yeah.
So it's looking good.
Battling a bee back.
Oh.
Do you have any goals for the team this year? What do you think the teams are capable of?
Well, on the girls' side, we haven't won TVL the last few years. Holliston, the last 4 years, has beaten us, both in the dual meet and when we've had the showcase. We didn't have it 4 years ago with COVID, but they've beaten us, and last year was very close. It was 1 point, 1 point in the dual meet and 2 points at the league meet, I believe, which is nothing in cross country. It's just one person, and you're scoring, flip-flopping with one person in theirs. So that part, we think we're ready this year. They're a great team. I don't want to discount anybody, and there are some other teams in the league that are looking good. But our goal is always to try to win the league and to qualify for All-State, which we've done every year, and I see no reason we can't continue to do that. So, and place as high as possible at the divisional meet, and hopefully top 10 at the All-State meet.
Yeah, and I think the boys are looking to win the TVL league again, TVL large. They've won the last three
No,
Four.
four. No,
Last
5 years. I think.
5 years,
Yeah.
yes. So we're looking to do that again. I think you never know what the competition is out there. We have some strong returning runners and some new runners who will contribute. So I think we have a good shot at the league, and same divisional and placing as high as we can. It's a tough league, a tough division, but we'll see what we can do.
And it looks like both teams have some good experienced captains this year. Can you talk about the captains on your team this year?
Yeah, sure. I have all three of my captains have experience. Avery and Bridgie were both captains for cross country last year, and Josie was a captain for track last spring. So yeah, they know what they're doing. They know all the drills well, and they're very good motivators and very good at including everybody. So it's been pretty seamless having them step in this year.
Yes, and I have two returning captains, both seniors. Were captains last year, Logan and Steven. So I think it's always helpful to have them for a second year. But yeah, I think we have great leadership, and I think that's certainly going to help us this year. So
Both the boys and girls cross country team have their first meet on Wednesday, September 18th at Norwood at 4:30 p.m. We're going to take a quick time out on this edition of HCAM News. A whole lot more coming up. Don't go anywhere.
HCAM is supported by our viewers. Thank you. And by the Hopkinton Independent newspaper and online news site. The newspaper reaches 100% of the homes and businesses in town, and the website is updated daily with exclusive Hopkinton content. Readers can receive a daily newsletter and breaking news alerts via email.
Saturday morning cartoons are back. Every Saturday at 8 a.m., HCAM's Toon Time has an hour of classic cartoons, from Betty Boop to Superman to Popeye to Bugs Bunny and more. You'll see your old favorites and discover new ones. So tune in to Toon Time, Saturdays at 8, and start your weekend off with a laugh.
Welcome back to HCAM News. Hiller Girls Volleyball is returning the majority of their team from last year. Here's a look at this year's group. Hiller Girls Volleyball is back in the gym and getting ready for the upcoming season. Last year, a younger Hiller team battled hard and finished the regular season 13-5 and clinched a Division II state tournament spot. In the state tournament, the Hillers took down Westwood in the round of 32, 3-1, before falling in a 5-set match, 3-2, in a very good and close battle with North Quincy, to finish with 14 wins and 6 losses overall. Much of the Hiller roster returns this season, and they have 3 experienced captains at the helm.
I'm Elsa Woodbury, and I'm an outside hitter. I'm Liv Kraza, and I'm a DS/libero.
I'm Gabby Patty, and I'm a setter. It's going pretty good. We only have 3 new players this year, and we left off we started where we left off last playoff season since we had 2 pull-ups, so I think we're looking pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're looking pretty good. I think the team has a lot of potential to go far this year, and we have a lot of big goals.
Yeah, I agree with what those two said. The team has so much talent, and I know we all have so much passion and drive. And yeah, we definitely have some big goals and aspirations this season.
All right. And do you have any personal goals or team goals you'd like to accomplish this year?
State championship, TVLs, and as always, the Sportsmanship Award.
Pretty much the same thing as Elsa, just hopefully championship and TVLs.
Yeah, the championship is always something we have on our mind, so we definitely want to reach that this year with the amount of potential and the 10 returners we have.
All right, and what are some of the things that you're working on in these early practices?
Right now we're really just working on kind of team dynamic, being able to work together, communicating. At least as setter, working on hitting and setting connection.
Yeah, just mainly team bonding and just working together and hopefully finding out the issues.
Yeah, everything that they said. and we're really working on having good focus this year.
Is there any particular opponents that you're looking forward to playing?
Barnstable is one big one, and Bellingham.
I think Medfield and Westwood.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Medfield was our one opponent in the TVL we couldn't win against, so I'm excited to play them.
All right, and how are you getting along with the new girls on the team?
They're great. We love all of them. We have 3 new ones, Kira Kelly, Addie Walls, and Sydney, and they're great.
Yeah, they're awesome on the team, and especially Sydney, working with her in the back row, I think she brings a lot of potential.
Yeah, I agree. Working with Addie in the front row, Addie is amazing, and she's off to a great start already.
Head coach Emma Sweetapple enters her 3rd season as head coach and is excited about the talent returning this season.
Things are going well. This group is looking awesome. We have 10 returning players, 3 new players, so dynamic is going really well. Most of them have played together for at least 1, if not 2, some even 3 seasons. So we've got some big goals, and hopefully we can meet them this season.
And after, I believe the team was fairly young last year, so it must be nice now to have an experienced group.
Yes, yeah, especially the last 2 seasons, we definitely had a lot of young talent. So it's nice to have been developing that to prepare for this season where we have 10 returners, 6 seniors. So I think we've set ourselves up for a successful season.
And you got some good leadership with your captains. Can you talk about your captains this season?
Yeah, so we have 2 senior captains, Elsa Woodbury and Liv Carraza, and then a junior captain, Gabby Patty. All 3 have played the last 2 seasons. Gabby's been with us, and the other 3 I've actually been working with since they were freshmen when they started on JV with me and have been on varsity with me the last 3 seasons. So I think they've all shown their leadership capabilities throughout the years, and they've really earned this spot this season.
And what do you got the team concentrating on in these early practices?
We're definitely focusing on our defense. I think that's where we need a little bit of work. So we're continuing to develop that, and we had our scrimmage against Lincoln Sudbury yesterday, and we have our big Westboro scrimmage tomorrow. So we're working through all the kinks so that we can be ready for our first in-season game next Wednesday.
All right, is there any regular season opponent that you got marked down on that calendar that you're looking forward to playing?
Based on last season, I would say probably Medfield. So we're really excited to meet them again on the court and hope that we can beat them.
The Hillers open regular season play in Norwood on Wednesday, September 4th, with a 5:15 p.m. start time. Hopkinton Hillers football is coming off a 5-6 season in which they fell just short of the playoffs. This year, they bring back some great talent, and despite losing a few key starters to graduation, they were able to maintain a good core to the team heading in to the 2024-2025 season.
I'm Julian Rivard, and I'm a quarterback.
I'm Danny Boulos. I play linebacker.
I am Jacob Desolate. I play O-line and D-line. I'm Sean Baker. I play O-line and D-line.
How are these early practices going, and how do you think the team's looking so far this year?
Yeah, we're doing good. We're stacking pretty good days on each other, so we just got to keep moving. I think we're looking pretty good. A little more intensity than last year. I think last year we were not running to drills. I think this year a little more antsy to get there.
I think the team's looking good. Our intensity is good. We got lots of energy, physicality. I think we're going to be a good team this year.
I think the team's looking good. We're focusing a lot just on the basics and the fundamentals. Try to get that down before we advance.
What are some of the things you're working on in these early practices?
Just the basics, footwork and all that stuff. Just make us better.
Definitely the intensity and just like physicality.
And do you have any personal or team goals you'd like to accomplish this season?
TVL. It's always a goal in our mind to get the TVL, so it's always in our head. TVL would be great, but that Thanksgiving Day trophy would be real nice.
Goals are to obviously win TVL and beat Holliston.
Yeah, I think obviously TVLs, but also to stay together as a team throughout the whole season. I thought last year we kind of fell apart towards the end.
All right. How's the camaraderie been with the new guys?
It's good, we're being friendly with them. We got a few new guys and obviously the underclassmen, but we have a good team bond right now.
Head coach Mark Sanborn enters his 4th season as Hiller's head coach.
Everything's going well so far. We've had really good energy at practice, getting a lot of guys involved in a lot of the drills, trying to get as many guys reps as possible. And I think this year is kind of unique with the extended preseason where we have 4 scrimmages, so trying to get as many people understanding the offense, defense, special teams, some of the drills that we're doing, and then we'll just kind of evaluate throughout the next few weeks in the scrimmages that we have.
Looks like a good amount of new faces out there, and maybe a kind of a younger team this year. How's the chemistry looking, and how are the new guys looking?
Yeah, I think the chemistry is growing every day. The more time that these guys spend together, they're getting closer and closer.
Time to tell you about some happenings in town you should know about. On September 9th, the Hopkinton Women's Club hosts their annual charity golf tournament. Be sure to check out the tournament at Hopkinton Country Club on September 9th. Hopkinton Family Day is coming up Saturday, September 14th. Mark it down from 2 to 9 p.m. over at the Hopkinton High School athletic fields. Fun for the whole family. Games for the kids, great food, and of course, a terrific fireworks show hosted by the Friends of Hopkinton. It's the annual Hopkinton Family Day. Our picture of the week, Hopkinton Hillers girls soccer defeat Norwood 7-0 in the season opener. Madison Recupero netted 3 goals. Riley Colleran also added a pair of goals in the Hiller win. Upcoming town governments on Monday, September 9th. We'll have the planning board meeting live on HCAM TV. And then on September 10th, we'll have the select board meeting live at 6 p.m. To view all upcoming town government meetings, head over to hcam.tv/gov, or for more information, visit the town website at hopkintonma.gov. That will do it for this edition of HCAM News. For everyone at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. We'll be back next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. As always, we thank you for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.